Hey guys, Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So this is going to be your mortgage rate update. Also, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you why the world of real estate is going to change as we know it. Real estate agents are probably in the next 10 years going to be completely obsolete. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some facts based off of that. Now, it's not something that I'm trying to be like, ooh, wow, okay, real estate agents suck and this and that, which I have done before, but this is not going to be based off of that. This is just going to be based purely off numbers because what's happened in the past 2 years with this pandemic thing has shifted in the way people actually purchase homes, the way that they go ahead and search for homes. Agents in the 80s versus agents now, or agents in the 90s and the 2000s and the 2000 teens and going into 2022, it's not all the same. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and explain exactly what I mean by all of that. I'm gonna give you guys some facts based off of that, but let's get on with this mortgage rate update. Mortgage rate update as of 9/27/2022. 30-year fix will be sitting at 6.36%. 15-year fix will be sitting at 5.31%. 30-year high balance will be sitting at 6.42%. DSCR loan, which is a debt service covered ratio loan. This is a loan for investors. If you want to go ahead and get a loan to qualify you based on the income the property is producing, which is your covered ratio, versus a debt service, which is going to be your total debt to your principal, interest, tax, insurance. That'll be sitting at 8.50. Bank statement loan, that's another loan product that if you are taking your money, dumping it into your bank account via however
it is your little heart makes it. I don't know how it is that you make your money, whatever you decide to sell to whomever you sell it to whatever it is that you do.
Well, bank statement loan is the one that you have to go ahead and use. That is sitting at 8.5%. Now, I know that the bank statement and then the DSCR loan, they're both at 8.5%. But that is always subjective to the amount of money that you have coming in. We'll still run your credit and all that other good stuff. But just so you know, this is all just this is like top tier numbers. Just so you know, FHA 30-year fix, that's going to be at 5.96%. 7/6 adjustable rate mortgage will be sitting at 6.17%. USDA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.95%. VA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.91%. And hard money fix and flip will be sitting at 9.75%. God dang, everything is all just, you know, we might as well just call everything in the sixes because that's just where we're at. Big banks are much higher than what I am. So I'm going to segue that into the shameless plug. Up to 50% commission rebate, 0% listing on selling your current home or any mortgage assistance. A link in the description below. But damn, this is getting really brutal. This is getting really tough, especially if the Fed fund rate is going to increase again in the next month. But now let's go on why I say that real estate agents are going to be obsolete within the next 10 years. Now, real estate agents back in the 80s, okay, was highly sought after, okay? 80s, 90s, going into the dot-com era where the 2000s came in, where people were able to go ahead and look online. But back in the 80s and 90s, other than people actually talking to a real estate agent, the only other way that they knew how to buy property was, you know, through a newspaper ad. Then in the world of tech that we're in right now, majority of people, exactly 89% of all new home shoppers use their mobile device to go ahead and search for new homes. So number one is customer acquisition, right? Your customer acquisition on how you go ahead and obtain your customer. Now, majority of these websites, okay, like your realtor.com, your Zillows, your Redfins, all of these, the basis of their website is amazingly easy. It's nothing. All it is basically it's what's called an IDX, which is the Inter Data Exchange website, which takes the information that we put in our MLS versus how much is going to go to transfer that information over to the IDX website. So that will give you ability to search all listings in that area. Before, it used to be to where people who had MLS are the only people who could see what's on the MLS, and then you could show your clients, your prospective clients, this and that, this house is here, this house is there. But the problem is that if people understood the deceptive practices that's happened in the world of real estate, how people have lost thousands and thousands, in some cases millions and millions of dollars between the way real estate agents and real estate brokers act, it would blow your mind. I've been doing this now for a better part of 20 years. I was not an agent or a broker back in the 90s. I was not a broker back in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. But the things that real estate brokers and real estate agents do. Now, for instance, let me go ahead and give you a case in point. Now, in the past 2 years, it's what's been called the seller's market, right? So what agents and brokers alike do, and this is very, very common, you would be amazed how much this actually happens. What a seller, if you are a listing agent, if you're a listing agent and let's say somebody comes in and they are already represented, if they're already represented, they will go ahead and tell that prospective buyer, hey, if you want to go ahead and use me, I will go ahead and make sure I prioritize your offer rather than somebody else's. So even though if somebody is more highly qualified, it will bring in more money to the table because this agent or this broker is able to double dip, because in the state of California here, we're able to double dip. We could be on both sides, the buyer side and the seller side of transactions. They will go ahead and take the deal even though there's a higher deal on the table, because they're going to double dip on this commission. That is the offer that they're going to go ahead and portray to their client. It is the strongest one. This is the one that we're going to go ahead and do. This is the one that is going to go ahead and get us completely thing. So once people understand that the deceptive acts on the real estate side is something that is completely unethical and it happens so much. Number two is going to be real estate agents that go ahead and get kickbacks from lenders. Guys like me. Not saying I do that shit. We kind of do that, but we do it in a legal way that does not violate RESPA. But that is going to be for another video. I'll explain to you how you get money for real estate agents to go ahead and send a referral to a lender and get commission based off of that as a referral fee. Completely legal, completely true, and nobody will get in trouble, but I'll save that for another video. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and I'll go ahead and let you know. But as far as that goes, people say, okay, you want to go ahead and we need to get you pre-approved. I got a guy that's my primary lender. This is the one that we use now. This is the listing agent, okay? This is the guy that we use. You're gonna go ahead and have to use him in order to qualify for this home.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So majority of people don't know the world of real estate. They're just gonna listen to whoever goes and tells them exactly what to do. Because 87% of people, when they have a listing presentation, they usually pick the first person that walks through that door. Regardless of what experience they have, regardless of what they said no, the majority of people don't vet real estate brokers, they don't vet real estate agents. You know how many listing presentations I've been to where I have not brought shit? I have not brought anything. All I did is I walk in and I'd be like, okay, when would you like, let's go ahead and list this house. Then they say, okay, well, let's go ahead and list this house. Now, I am pretty okay at what I do. I believe I think I'm pretty good. I'm at the top tier of where real estate brokers are, but majority of people aren't. And then you know what a lot of other people do? They go ahead and hire their family members. People that have maybe 2 or 3 transactions underneath their belt. Now, you know, when you're letting a piece of property go, if you're trying to sell a piece of property with an agent or a broker that only has 2 or 3 transactions underneath your belt, do you think you are going to get the biggest bang for your buck? Well, let's get on with why I think majority of real estate agents are going to go ahead and be obsolete. Now, once that information gets out, we're going to go ahead and see exactly how this is going to pan out. Now, mobile application use, okay? Mobile application use. Now, 98 or 89% of shoppers use mobile search engines. 68% use new home shoppers, like, you know, you have your Realtor.com, your Zillows, and all of that. Now, another big thing is going to be Facebook. Facebook, the average person spends more than 90 days on Facebook to collect through Instagram, through messengers, through Snapchats, and they click on average 11 ads per month. 96% of Facebook's visits are made on smartphones. So the thing is that majority, with real estate. Now the median age for real estate or for realtors is about 56, which 67% of those are all women. Now in the next 10 years, those 56 as a median age bracket is going to be now 66. They're on the tail end of things. Now I don't know about you, but majority of people don't like to do old traditional things. They want simplicity. Everybody wants to go ahead and use their applications, their phones to do every single thing. Now I'm going to give another case in point. There's this home builder that's called Lennar Homes. Lennar Homes has this platform to where if you want to go ahead and tour that home, you could go ahead and download their application, or go ahead and they have a QR code sitting outside of their property. You could go ahead and click on it. You could schedule your show times you want to go there. You have to go ahead and use your ID to go ahead and verify your identification. There's face recognition. Then after you go ahead and do that, you get your own code to go ahead and punch into the door, and then you're able to go ahead and get access. Now, if that technology is already out there, it's just going to be a matter of time before somebody, and I promise if I could get there first before anybody else, I will. If I could ruin the whole entire real estate market as a whole to go ahead and put myself in front of everybody, I would cripple every single real estate agency out there if I honestly could. Now, could somebody else do that? Amazon sure the hell tried. Amazon really tried. They're killing the game. The e-commerce business has been revolutionized by Amazon. Now, another big company that came out in the world of real estate. Now, everybody was freaking out when Redfin came out. They were like, oh, Redfin this, Redfin that. They're like, oh, they're only charging a 1%. Until they found out it's 1%, then 1% listing fee, 2.5% on the other side, you're at 3.5%. And then if you want to go ahead and get that 1%, then it's a year buyer agency agreement. That means that within a year, if you want to go ahead and sell your home, you have to use Redfin to go ahead and use them. Now, their terms and conditions could have changed. I don't know. I'm just going based off of what a Redfin agent told me, and then their basic information that they have on their website. But if 97% of total users during the pandemic use online, majority of people, 90 minutes a day spend on Facebook, clicking 11 ads a day. The average age of a real estate agent is 56, 67% of them are women. That means in the next 10 years, everybody's going to be they're going to be old as shit. Now, there is going to be this one really big company that everybody's going to be afraid of to go ahead and ruin, which is going to be the National Association of Realtors. Now, this is going to go ahead and segue into what we're going to see in the next year. There's going to be a big drop off in real estate agents, like left and right, which real estate agents as a whole have a big turnover, because the average transactions that a real estate agent does is about 5 to 6 in the lifespan of their whole entire career. 50,000 new members just from 2021 to 2022. New real estate agents signed up for the National Association of Realtors. Now, National Association of Realtors, all it is this place where you go ahead and get your forms. I don't know anything else that they do. They might hold a couple of conventions. I've never been to one. I don't think I'll ever go. There's no reason for me to ever go there unless you want to go ahead and meet a bunch of real estate agents and promote yourself as a lender, because now that I'm talking about this, I should probably go to one of those. Yeah. If they're going to go ahead and do all of that, if that's the source of where people are getting majority of their information is online, 51% of people say that they go ahead and watch YouTube videos the same way you're watching me. Go to your Redfin, go to your IDX websites, go to your Zillows, go to your Realtor.coms. Then what is the chances of this? This is just a couple of lines of code for them to go ahead and change the whole game around, and then get themselves into a position to where they could go ahead and securely use you through face recognition for security purposes. Go ahead and use your ID to verify your identity, to go ahead and give you private codes, send out little packages to each and prospective seller, and do things at a lower cost than everybody else can. What's to say it won't happen? What's to say it can't happen? Because it will. God knows I will try my damnedest to go ahead and get there. But if you did like this content, please like, subscribe, tell me how stupid I am, tell me how great I am, tell me about whatever it is, just tell me something. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll keep you up to date on all the mortgage rates as they go ahead and increase. We went up about another, I think we went up about another 25 basis points. It's gonna get ugly here soon. This is gonna weed out so many people. It's gonna weed out tons and tons of people. Majority of people in the lending side of things, they're gonna go ahead and diminish. Majority of real estate agents that thought that they were doing something, they're gonna go ahead and diminish, because the fact is that there's still buyers out there, but the buyers just can't afford the new rates. It's not that we can't get people into homes, it's just that the inevitable truth is that they just can't afford it anymore. And then if home prices start decreasing, which I made a video about that yesterday, which I'll put it somewhere here up there. It's just, the crash is happening right before our eyes. In the last 3 months, we have dropped about 6% total in home prices. That means that everybody who used the FHA loan in the past 3 months, they're upside down right now as a national average. Now what if it goes up another 6% in the next 3-4 months? Then another 6% after that. Then another 6% after that. Then Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which on the conventional side is going to take a hurting. But that's going to be your mortgage rate update. Until next video, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Peace.
You want to see what 3.2